reminder.
Has informed me of prophecy, which, if true, and I believe it is, there is a girl wandering the earth at this very moment, and she is Eve. The instrument says that if this child is tempted by the serpent, she will likely fall, and if she does fall, then sin and dust will triumph. This cannot happen.
Love is gonna triumph, and it's Mary the serpent.
Pavel's work is unbearably so. When he does locate the child, we will send troops to retrieve her. And I would like you, Father Gomez, to lead them. It would be an honor. I could perhaps drop in on Frau Pavel. See if I can speed him up a little. Please.
All these men after you. I tell you, it'll never change.
Can't keep her right there. It's insane.
You should be letting me like that. Do you want to let him keep her safe? You're keeping her prisoner.
From life.
Let us go.
Afraid I can't.
You? See? It's a reflex. Ooh, it's well done. Represented, you know.
She is in the world of the demons. Where? She's with the woman who's holding her against her will. In a house carved into the rocks. Why was the harm? No. Just asleep. And dreaming.
She's armed into a mind.
I was what was the worst possible person she could be with. Balthanos will take you to her. I must go to Asriel and tell him about you and his head.
And about Lyra?
Sure. Go straight to Lyra and we will be together again before long. I do not remember agreeing to accompany the boy.
You will.
As soon as the children are reunited, you will both count on me in Asriel's republic.
That looks beautiful.
Father President, failed something. Where is the girl? I am close, Father. I assure you.
Nah.
I see this task has weighed heavily on you. Pressure. It is this final part of the ring, dear. Its meaning
Don't touch.
eludes me.
Don't.
Father President has advised that if the coordinates are not forthcoming, then perhaps the time has come to re-educate you. No, I will find her. I promise. I have no doubt that you will.
The fact that I'm afraid for you. Oh, and the fact that it can disgust me that much. You know it's wrong.
You're not going to make it. You have to try. Shit. I can't see.
She's coming.
Lyra! Lyra, where are you? You never seem to amaze me.
Oh, I swear, you know, all of these silence moments, all of.
Must be strange being here like this.
You know, the fact that everything is so slow and all, it's on purpose to make us feel.
I've done it to keep you safe.
It's well done.
There are people coming for you. Dangerous people. I know you won't believe me, but I am doing this for you. Come,
this fight against the temple, the authority will send more servants in their place to put you back on your knees. They are in every world.
Yep.
You're talking of other worlds, as if you expect me to believe it.
I do not lie. This is my
Is he
one
not
world.
approve of it?
We sing
Him and his
we
little
sing
creatures,
children.
for example?
What you ask me to believe is too great.
It's a lot to take in.
He's giving you
So let
up.
me show you. Show me.
You don't want to
Where
up?
you can decide for yourself. Let me take you to another world.
Please. Just let me be.
You don't want to talk with your demon? What a surprise.
I'll think of something. I just thought he'd be here by now.
You will. No, she's not waiting for Will. What? Oh! I forgot that it was right now!
I think I know that bear.
I forgot that it was no!
Time's friend.
Will?
You have tasted one of my bears. What do you want?
I want to fight you. If I win, you leave these people alone. If I lose, do whatever you want with them and me.
You are as weak as an oyster under its shell.
Must
You're
be a fair
right.
fight. You have all that armor. Give me a piece. Anything you want. Sky Island, am I right? Impenetrable, I heard.
I cannot fight that. That knife is too strange. You win, boy.
Free that bear, now. You heard the boy! Do it!
So, Will Perry, you're looking for Lyra.
Yes!
Some of her. Being held against her will.
Then we must go to her.
That's a plan.
I visited Frabel several times. I helped them to focus his mind. I don't know.
Sure.
Yes,
Call it like that.
the child is with her mother.
Mm-hmm. It's always the mother.
Myself. I will need to use methods that aren't officially sanctioned. You must do whatever you need to do.
Lyra. Will is coming, Will is coming, Will is coming. All of them are coming, all of them are coming!
Death is real. I've seen it. More than my fair share of battle.
Yes, but there is something after this. We'll soon see
I
it.
don't know when I find out. Believe me, death is going to die.
I believe I've heard enough.
See?
That you're insane?
The real war is coming, and we must win it.
Tiens. Oh, she's not. Oh, I did not expect that. You know how much I. Ooh. I'm gonna let you go see my reaction videos to Peaky Blinders, okay? I'm gonna try my best to not cry right now. Guys, It was so good, it felt like we were back into this universe, into all of this universe. Again, they are not disappointing me. You know, the writers, by how they are translating the books, the fact that we have all of these different environments and the fact that they are so well done. Everything about how it's done, truly, it's perfect. Like the representation of the angels, I mean, the dust form and also the human form, it's working for me. These two are working for me. I said it during the episode, I didn't watch anything to avoid spoilers, to not have any things in advance. You know that I want to discover things during the shows, during the episodes, because I'm making reaction videos and I want to have the surprise right there with you guys, but also because in general for other shows that I'm not reacting to, I'm not searching for any spoilers, any trailers, any promotional pictures, any informations, because really, again, I want to be surprised during the episode. I don't want to know in advance everything, how it's gonna be and all. And right there for a show like that, I wanted also really to wait to see during the show how they would do it, how they would do the angels. I said it, you know, during the intro, how they're gonna do also other things, how they're gonna represent, you know, all of the things that we're gonna have, the dead world, all of that. I want to discover that really on screen to have the surprise. The good surprise or the bad surprise, you know, it can be like that, with situations like that, you know, with stories like that, with universes like that. And it turns out that right there during this episode, nothing is disappointing me. Everything is working for me. Again, the angels, how they are done, the two forms, but also these two, how they are done, it's good for me, it's working for me. All of these environments, all of these places, how it's really represented, it's working for me. I said it, I had the impression that the place where Mrs Coulter was keeping Lyra was really a cave, you know, like was really into the mountains, like it was more brutal, it was more, you know, it was not a real house, it was not done by humans. Maybe I remembered that wrong. I said it, I read the books, but it was a long time ago. Okay, I read them a lot, but it was when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. And you know, when you are kids, you can change stuff into your mind, like you can picture stuff, you know, such in a strong way that it's gonna be printed like that into your mind. When in fact maybe it was not written like that, at least for details like that, like right there, was it an house or was it really a cave? I can't remember, but for me it was like that. It's not changing a lot of things, so for me it's working also. It's working also a lot because they are representing so well that tension of Marissa, who is keeping Lyra right there against her will, but we can feel and we can know, and you know that she's doing it because she truly loves Lyra and she truly wants what she thinks which is the best for Lyra. For sure, it's bad, it's wrong. I mean, she's right, a lot of persons are after Lyra and some bad people are after her, but what Marissa wants, you know, it's also to cut Lyra from the world, from having a life, because she knows also what Lyra is, you know, the future Eve, and for Marissa also, for all of what she believes into, it's so bad that she doesn't want her daughter to be that Eve, to do that. So it was truly disturbing for me when I was a teenager, when I was a kid, to read that, and I said it during the intro, it was so shocking for me, so disgusting, but also so disturbing, because I was against Marissa, Mrs Coulter. I hated her with all of my heart during the two first books. Really, with these first chapters of the third book, I still hated her and I still saw that it was so wrong, so bad, so disgusting, so manipulative, so awful what she was doing to Lyra, to keep her right there as a prisoner, to keep her away from the world, from her life, from Will. all of that without knowing what would happen, you know, after that. But at the same time, into the book, and I think right there, a little already with this first episode, they are making, you know, the viewer understand that Mrs Coulter, she's doing that because she loves Lyra. And it's really disturbing. Like, I feel disturbed like I was when I was a kid, when I discovered, you know, that someone who loves you can do that on you because she or he loves you, but it's bad, but it's wrong, but it's manipulative. You know, for a kid to understand that someone who loves you can do bad stuff to you because that person loves you, for a kid to understand that, you know, it was really disturbing, and right there I felt the same. But I said it's just right there during this episode they did it, but just a little. I think that they're gonna do it more when he's gonna come. Not Will, we know that Marissa, she's not waiting for Will to come, and we know who is gonna come. If you did not read the book, jump that moment. Lord Asriel is gonna come, and I think that their discussion is gonna show it more, you know, all of that contradiction into Mrs Coulter art, mind, already right there it's a contradiction for her art and her mind, and her values, her ideas, you know, her way to see stuff, but also what she's doing. And also I think that it's gonna be even better and worse in a way, this moment, this discussion, and what's gonna happen to Lyra also, you know. Will is coming with Yorick. It's so good to see Will searching for Lyra like that, meeting the angels also. After that, meeting Yorick. I didn't think that it would happen right there. I don't know why. I did not remember that it happened, you know, during that moment, but yes, in fact. Maybe I would have kept that, you know, for the second episode, knowing that we can't release Lyra during this episode. Maybe I would have kept it during the second episode, like already meeting the angels, talking with the angels about Asriel's plan, about finding Lyra, you know, to come to visit them, to see them. Already all of that, it was a lot, I think, for Will and also for the viewers, for Will's story. So that's why I didn't expect to see Yorick right there and to see these two meeting right there. But it was cool. It's always great to have news about the Magisterium, even if all of what they are doing is really bad. It's good to have this eyes, you know, into the Magisterium, all of what is happening right there, the fact that they are searching for Lyra so badly. It's rough, you know, to see that, like, to feel sorry for Frappaver, knowing who is the guy. It seems a little insane, but at the same time, it's great that I can feel sad and afraid for him, because it's also a reminder of that link that people they have with their demons, you know, really the thing around that, the symbolic things around that, and the fact that you can't touch a demon, the fact that it's forbidden, the fact that it's so wrong, it feels so wrong. And also, you know, the situation with Mashi, I think, I can't remember her name, you know, that girl, that daughter of the guy, you know, like the fact that they broke her link with her demon, the fact that they are reminding to the viewers the importance of the demons inside of the first episode. I think through these two situations, I think that it was a good call. And yes, right there into the Magisterium with Gomez, with all of what is happening. I think that it's also great that they're putting stuff, you know, like the first scene, that introduction, that reminder of the situation with the angels, with the authority. I think that it was great to put it at the beginning of the first episode, because during an episode it would feel maybe a little too much and like really a break into the usual rhythm of an episode, of, you know, the journeys of our guys. So I think that it was great to put it at the beginning of one episode. And to put it at the beginning of the first episode, I think that it was a good call for the viewers who are readers of the book, you know, like to have that little thing, that little introduction, like we're gonna be like, that's it, we're back. But also I'm thinking about the fans of this show who maybe didn't read the books, and it's a good way to explain to them what is gonna be the main subject, the main issue, the main thing about this third book, this third season, and also to really make them understand that we're gonna go deeper into all of the symbolic stuff about, you know, the religion, all of that, all of the biblical stuff that we're gonna have during this season. Like, it was a good way to be like, during the first season, maybe we talked about it a little. During the second season, we went deeper into it. That third season is gonna be only about that. I think that because of that, it was a good thing. And also, you know, that scene into the Magisterium with Adam and Eve, with also President Father, I don't know how to say it, reminding, you know, the fact that Lyra is gonna be Eve, she's gonna be tempted by the serpent and all of that. And their way to see that, it's really like the religious way to see that, the sin, it's bad and stuff like that. But we know what is gonna happen, and we know that it's not gonna be that bad. We know who is the serpent, in fact. And she's so great, Marie, I love her so much, so... Okay, so all of that, you know, this episode, we can have the impression that maybe we're not progressing a lot because Lyra, she's blocked, she's a prisoner, she can't escape. Will is trying to find her, and he just knows right now that maybe she's around that place, like Asriel is convincing that guy, but it's just the beginning of things. Like, we can really have the impression that we're not progressing. But it's the first episode, you know, of that new season, and it was really one good episode, I think, to put the context into all of these situations, to be a good reminder also about what we're really gonna deal with, all of the biblical references, the situation with the angels, the situation with Asriel, who wants his war, all of that. Like, for me, that first episode was a good introduction to the entire season and was really putting everyone at the good place and was explaining all of the context and all of the subtitles. Also Roger, like, we have that thing, these nightmares with Roger, that was also a good reminder that the kid exists and that is still a big deal for Lyra, who is still feeling guilty about what happened to him, and that we are not over with that. Like, maybe you thought that we would be over with that. Not at all. That's gonna be a big deal. So yes, see, I think that that first episode was good. Maybe as a viewer who didn't read the books, they can feel that the characters are not progressing a lot. I can totally understand that. But as someone who read the books and as someone who is thinking about, you know, the progression into one season, I think that it was a good episode because it's putting stuff into the context and it's making all of the reminders that fans, they need. And, you know, again, all of these subtitles, like all of the symbolic, biblical things, they're insisting on it during this first episode, and we need that. When, during the next episodes, which are gonna be full of actions, maybe sometimes we're not gonna have the time to do that, in fact. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna watch the second episode this afternoon, you know, I think, to resolve that situation with the lights. For you, it doesn't change anything, which means that on Patreon, you have the 2 episodes each time on Wednesday, and on YouTube, you have them when I can, if I can. Wish me luck with that again. And yes, with extended reaction parts, like right there, it was a 53 minutes episode, so clearly it's gonna be a long extended reaction part, at least 10 minutes longer, if not more than that. Check the description to know that. And yes, on Patreon, for sure on Wednesday, for sure extended, maybe sometimes 4 reaction part, we'll see. And you are sure to have them like again on YouTube. We'll see. Okay, it's all for you for today on YouTube at least. And it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.